a laser for the trabecular meshwork, the drainage structure of the eye in glaucoma. And then anterior segment doctors will do something called a peripheral iridotomy, and that takes about maybe 20 burns, and that's to make a hole in the iris to allow fluid to drain freely from the front to the back of the eye. And so there are different lasers that we do in ophthalmology, but those are the big ones. 90% of the lasers that we do are those categories. There's another one for tears in the retina. It's called barricade laser, and that's typically about maybe 300 burns, and that one is also moderately short treatment.
Okay. And are all these procedures, is it just kind of local anesthesia, or do you have to kind of be in an OR room?
They're topical treatments. We just put topical drops on the cornea of proparacaine, and that numbs up the eye, and we put a lens on the eye, and we get to work. Okay.
That's helpful. Really helpful. Awesome. And is it typically that you find out, is this equipment purchased from like distributor types, or is it like sales reps that come in that talk to you about the different technologies?
I think it's variable. The reps don't waste too much time coming into our office because it's one purchase over 10 years. So it's right. Sort of they let you know they're out there, and when you need them, they will be there within 24 hours to help you. And so it's not, and we hear about it at our meetings. We're inundated with the information at all these booths at our meetings and direct mailings. But the reps really don't come specifically for that reason. It'll drive them crazy. Maybe one visit a year. And then also if you're seriously purchasing one, then you'll see them much more often. But the reps, if all they did was sell the laser, they'll go out of business, because how many lasers can a practice buy? And so that's the problem with big box units like this. Even though it's a high price point, it's not enough to keep a sales rep alive. So they typically sell different products, and this is one of many products for various companies that they sell.
Okay, that's helpful. Awesome. Well, I think I'm trying to be respectful of your time. I think that was very helpful. I really appreciate your perspective, and I think we covered a lot of ground. So broad topic, but I kind of appreciate you giving me a really good overview of it, and kind of in a way that is easy to understand for someone that is not directly in the industry. So
you did such a wonderful job, and I hope this was helpful to you. It definitely is a broad topic, and the one thing we always complain about is from like the there's just two small things I'd like to mention. So first of all, what we've seen is from 1940s to the year 2000, there was so minimal innovation in retina lasers. And then after the year 2000, we got three big technologies, a pattern laser, Pascal pattern laser, ODOS Navalos, and then micropulse laser. So it's nice that after so much dormancy in the field, we finally are seeing some innovation, which has been really nice to see. The other aspect we didn't even talk about are retina laser lenses. Okay, that's another area. Since the 70s, there's been a lot of innovation in the lenses that we use to perform laser surgery. And I think even more than the laser devices, the lenses have evolved so beautifully. The quality of the optics, being able to use a lens to get in the far periphery of the retina. Before, the lenses we had were very poor quality and had a lot of glare. It made it very difficult to do the treatments. Now the lenses we use are just unbelievable. And so that's another aspect. There's a company called Volk, V-O-L-K. They make some of the finest lenses. There's AO Optical. There's a couple of companies, I think 3-4 companies that make these high-quality lenses, ocular instruments. So that's just another aspect that you should know in this research, that it's not just the retina laser platforms, but also this concurrent development in the laser lenses that have made our job much easier to do what we need to do.
And the laser lenses, you buy the laser lenses separately from the laser itself.
Totally. I'll put it this way. I have probably about 20 different laser lenses to do what we need to do. Then the glaucoma doctor has his lenses. The anterior segment guy has his lenses. In fact, the lens industry is probably more profitable than these big box lasers.